The Steiger House, Doldertal, Zurich, 1959. The Steiger House, built in 1959 by Swiss architects Rudolf Steiger and Flora Steiger-Crawford, intrigues with its unusual floor plan and offers a role model for modern residential living and construction. The house in Doldertal in Zurich is set amidst legendary gems of Swiss architectural history, including the two Doldertal houses by Alfred Roth and Marcel Breuer, which still number among the most important examples of Neue Bauen in Switzerland. The client was Swiss architectural theorist Siegfried Gideon, whose book Space, Time and Architecture 1941 is a milestone in the historiography of modernism. The Steiger House, Doldertal, Zurich 1959, offers insights into the genesis of a remarkable building and its surroundings. Detailed analysis elucidate the central floor plan, drawing on archival material and photographs by Leonardo Finotti to illustrate the building's topography, chronology, typology and construction methods, as well as its extraordinary livability. Artful Living is the title of a trend-setting magazine. However, if New York creative director Felix Barrechter is to be believed, the term also refers to one of the probable models for future lifestyles, a symphonic utopia where life imitates art. That signifies a disciplined, luxurious form of existence that presupposes being surrounded by art, thus generating a curated enchantment, a Gesamt work of art. Irrespective of how elite interior design may look in the future, the alliance between art and life is probably as old as art. Art per se wants to live, Marcus Bruderlin comments, and to take on new functions that are closer to everyday life by settling into a cozy home. Although classical modernism, at least officially, abandoned the traditional total work of art, it also experimented with a highly diverse range of ways to live with art. In Paris, for example, bourgeois bohemians rapidly appropriated the two-story artist studio and transformed it from a creative space into a consumerist space within which they celebrated a particularly intimate intermingling of avant-garde art, design, and a refined lifestyle with the help of key figures in the decorative arts such as Louis Sue, Pierre Charot, or Robert Malestivant. The Parisian workshop cum studio was also the inspiration underlying Le Corbusier's Maison Citroën, a box-shaped prototype house that he displayed in one of its countless variants in the Paris Arts and Crafts exhibition in 1925 to advocate a radical alternative to Art Deco approach to designing space. In German-speaking Switzerland, the great art collectors of the time preferred to complement their upper-class country houses with top-lit picture galleries, the Browns at Villa Langmatt or the Hanlosers at Villa Flora. Contrasting with those extensive complexes, the small open-air museum of modern architecture that runs for around 200 meters along both sides of the Wolfbach-Tobel in Zurich-Hottingen offers scope for more intimate transactions between art and living space. Within a very small area, eminent art historians, architects and artists built homes for themselves and their families there between 1924 and 1973. Despite the huge divergences in their aspirations and architectural views, they all felt the urge to give tangible expression to their affinity with art. Conceived as an experimental testing ground for settling down within art, the 7 buildings present astonishing insights into the cozy home of the art-loving Swiss intelligentsia in the first half of the 20th century. From an international perspective, this architecture may be better integrated into everyday realities than glamorous Parisian salons, yet it nonetheless testifies to a comparably ambitious aspiration to define how lifestyle, architecture and high art should interact. Flora Steiger Crawford had given up her original career in 1938 to become a professional sculptor. She had lived and worked with her husband, Rudolf, for a long time in sometimes precarious or at least cramped conditions. It therefore comes as no surprise that in 1958 the couple deliberately defied the steep topography to fulfill a long-standing dream in their own home and implemented a carefully honed ideal combination of living and working areas. A spacious, slightly elevated living room with a dining table and grand piano set high on the slope between slim projecting slabs is placed at the heart of an elongated centralized floor plan. An equally large studio and smaller spaces are arranged around it, with the specific function of each determined by its position. Theoretically, ingenious sliding folding doors could have partitioned off the two small workspaces that look across the Dolder Valley and the bedroom, which is literally oriented along the slope. But these spaces seem to have been conceived as an integral part of the open plan arrangement, like the fireplace alcove and the terrace, positioned along the axis of symmetry and oriented towards the Wolfbach stream. In contrast, the elongated sculpture studio, elevated like the living room and lit by means of a strip of skylights, is largely closed off. The ceremonial mise-en-scène of the view of the hillside garden and Flora Steiger Crawford's sculpted figures, some larger than life, was apparently reserved for occasions when socializing was on the agenda. The furniture, interspersed with Flora Steiger Crawford's own creations, is intriguing from a design history perspective. The robust dining table was among the solid, modern basic furnishings that she had developed specifically for her retirement residence. It is combined with comparatively sleek Neubauen mass-produced type and mobile, casually combined with anonymous colonial-style chairs, wicker furniture, and upholstered armchairs. Numerous abstract figurative sculptures by the artist herself and Rudolf Steiger's oil painting Acropolis add the finishing touches to the interior, every detail imbued with Steiger Crawford's work and ideas. Unlike the non-representational collections put together by the Gideons or Alfred Roth, the rest of the art program was also permeated by a new tradition that underlines a sense of continuity which Franz Müller associated with terms like classicism, realism, and timelessness. Max Gubler, Ernst Kiesling, Louis Kohn, Hans Fischli, and Walter Kurt Winken numbered among the artists in their circles whose work helps set the mood in the rooms.